As a lifelong resident of Monroe and West Monroe and a full-time real estate agent, join me on this journey as we discuss real-world topics in real estate and take a deeper dive into what our community has to offer. I'm Brian Bindley, and this is why I love what I do.
Hey guys, it's Krystal with Macaroni Kid in Monroe, West Monroe, and I am here with Brian Bindley, our Macaroni Kid approved realtor. And I just asked him if I could come along on one of his listings, and he is actually listing a house today at 107 Foxwood in West Monroe. And he is going to tell us just a few things on how to get your house ready for the market that attracts buyers. So I hope that you can take some things away from just some things that he discusses with us. And if you're in that market, you're kind of thinking about maybe listing your house or buying a house, just hear from Brian. This is a great chance to hear from Brian. I've used him as a realtor, and I think that he does a great job, and he's very communicative. And so yeah, Brian, tell us a little bit about this house that we are at today.
First of all, thank you for having me. And like you mentioned, I consider us friends. I support the Macaroni Kid. We've been doing it for quite some time. We love the product that you guys put out. So this home we're at today is at 107 Foxwood. It's in the Sylvan Lakes area, actually in the Hunters Bend subdivision. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1648 heated square feet, and it's hitting the market today at $199,900. This home, the seller has just done an amazing job with the decor in this house of getting it not only ready to sell, but just how they kind of live day to day. One of the things that Krystal and I have been talking about is what are some good tips that we can give you guys to get your home ready for sale, or maybe you're not ready right now to sell, but you want to do a little bit along the way so that you don't have to do it all at one time. Yes. So the first tip I'll give you is no matter the condition of your house, get it as clean as you possibly can. That is the number one tip. Clean typically doesn't cost. It costs a little bit of sweat equity, but get it as clean as you can. Don't forget about the baseboards. Some baseboards can, magic eraser can get them clean, but sometimes you need to repaint your trim. And although repainting trim can be time consuming, but it's totally worth it. Mm-hmm. So painting trim, getting it clean. Here's another one. You would be surprised at how many people the first thing they do when they come in is they'll open the oven. Mm-hmm. And if the oven's not clean, they're like,
really?
What else are they not maintaining? So clean your oven. Most ovens come with self-cleaning options.
I'm taking that tip home today.
So most ovens come with self-cleaning, self-cleaning options. So hit that button, get the oven clean. But just general maintenance ideas. If you have some paint, some rooms that's got a lot of scuff marks, or like my house, the kids are like fanatic with putting stickers on the wall, so I got stickers everywhere. Pull the stickers off, and if the room needs to be repainted, repaint the room. Now, one of the services that I offer to all of my customers is to have a staging consultant to be able to come in and give you some ideas of what's going to help maximize the value of your home. You would be surprised by spending a little bit of money before the home hits the market, the huge return you're going to get in the end.
And they'll tell you things like maybe add a few pillows to your couch with color,
Absolutely.
Add a rug underneath, or
Yeah, basically with any budget that we have, we can find a plan that's going to help you maximize the dollar value on your home. Now, there are things many people will do to their home thinking that it's going to add massive value, and it doesn't add any value at all. There would be tips that we'll give you that not necessarily will add value to the home, but it's going to decrease the time on market, and that has value in itself, because we all want the home to sell for a maximum dollar amount, but in the quickest time possible.
Right, yeah.
Other things on the outside, depending on where you live, want to have the yard manicured as best you can, have shrubs trimmed back, and refresh the pine straw and the flower beds. And I'll tell you that pine straw in a lot of cases is much better to put down than the mulch. Pine straw can be purchased cheaper, or you may even have a neighbor let you rake it out of their yard to put it in.
Yeah, that's true.
But the biggest thing is that it won't float away in a rain, to where pine straw will stay A lot of times if we have a heavy rains, that mulch will get wet and it'll
We've had that
float away.
happen at our house, actually. So yeah. What are some things maybe in this house that they've done that you walk in and you're like, that was a great move?
Yeah, so that onion, peeling it back is going to take a little while. I'm going to say
Y'all, this house, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm going to say this house is probably the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
The seller has a passion for design, and you can tell that. But they've done simple things like painting the brick fireplace and take it to a white color, which we'll show you some of that in a minute. They did an amazing thing with an accent wall in here, and they painted it black. And most people wouldn't have thought, I'm going to have a black wall in my house, but in a few minutes we'll show you just the accent wall they did, and they put some texture on it, and it just looks great. They have a mixture of old furniture mixed in with very contemporary things. So even though the items in your house, the furnishings are not part of the sale, it definitely helps accent your home and gives people the vision of what it can be.
Right.
By putting things in.
You want to show your buyers that they could be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's why staging is so important, or the design aspect is so important, putting your house on the market. Most buyers are just very visual people, and they need to be able to see what it can be, and not everybody can visualize it. So being able to have a professional come in and show you some of the tips that you can do. And again, we have for all budgets. If you have zero budget, maybe there's some things that you already have in your house that our design consultants can come and move around and help rearrange, or tell you how to rearrange the furniture to where it's going to maximize the best of what you actually have.
The space, yeah, that's great. I need that actually for my house right now. I have these built-ins, and I don't really know where to put certain things, but I have a lot of things, you know. I just need someone to go in and organize that for me. I had a friend come in and she color coordinated books. Like I never would have thought to put same colored books with each other, you know. And so just little things like that, I'm sure his stagers will help you do. It's not like you have to go out and spend a lot, and you can make it look better than it did. What are maybe some things, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask while we have Brian here. Again, Brian is our Macaroni Kid approved realtor, and we are at 107 Foxwood Drive in West Monroe. What are maybe some things that are maybe not necessary that people you go into their house and they've maybe done, and you're like, you really didn't have to do that?
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a loaded question. Let me answer it like this. Most of the time, you're not going to get a dollar for dollar exchange on the things you put in your house. The takeaway needs to be the use and enjoyment you have in it. Mm-hmm. If you're planning on being in a house for, say, the next 5 years, put the things you want in the house. You're going to be living there every day. You're going to have your friends and family over. Mm-hmm. Do the things that you want, but also understand that there's a value in that use and enjoyment you have. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're getting the home ready for sale, I always encourage people, bring me in before you start spending money.
Yeah.
Because coming in and just thinking that you have a dated countertop and that granite's going to be the right thing for it, I may not be able to get that money back for you. There may be a cheaper option instead of doing that. Or I may say, based on the area the home is in, this is going to be fine. It's adequate for the area. And that if you spend anything any more than this, it's not going to help it. Yeah. Now, there are some cases where I'm going to say that, look, every house in the neighborhood has granite and you don't, and you're going to really get dinged pretty hard for not having it. That may be an investment that's worth spending the money on. But bringing me in early in the process and letting me help you make some of those decisions,
right,
or at least giving you the advice so you can make an informed decision, definitely can save you money.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. The market, how is it right now?
Oh, the market is fantastic. So let me tell you what people are looking for in the market. People are looking for homes that are ready to go. This is definitely one of those houses. It's ready to go. It shows extremely well. If you don't have a house that's ready to go, people are still buying those houses, but there's some just different looks that we can take and help you with to get that home so it is ready to go. But the housing market is on fire right now. If you're even remotely thinking about selling your house, it costs you nothing to bring me over and for me to evaluate it and kind of tell you what I feel like the house will bring in today's market. This house hasn't even hit the market yet, and I'm not sure how the word got out about it, but I've already got 3 showings scheduled.
It hits the market today.
Yeah.
So if you are in the market, it hits the market today. So you can check Realtor.com.
Yeah, Realtor.com. I just launched.
Contact Brian.
I just launched a new website called ExploreMonroe.com, and here's a cool little tip for you. On that website is an automated home evaluation. It's not 100% accurate, but it's going to give you in the ballpark. I encourage you to go. The direct access to that is going to be ExploreMonroeValue.com. Now, it's going to ask you to put details of your home, and then it's going to ask you to sign in. I'm not going to bombard you with stuff, with your personal information. I may send you a video text just checking in with you, but that'll probably be the extent of it. But if you want to know just from an automated valuation, I think it's better than what Zillow has. It's not quite as detailed as what I can do for you. But if you'd like just to kind of see an idea, it's a great little tool that I'm bringing to the table for this area. I would check it out. Here's another tip that I would encourage you. Even if you're not ready to sell the home now, keep a maintenance log of the things that you've done on the home. Homes are going to have issues. Homes are going to have maintenance items. There's going to be things that need to be fixed along the way. A true buyer is going to want to see what you've done on the house. We have property disclosures that you have to fill out when you're
like
selling.
hot water heaters, air conditioning units.
Yeah, when was it serviced last?
Right.
When was it installed? As many of those receipts as that you can keep, or if you've lost the receipt, you can go back and start documenting some of that stuff when it was taken care of. It actually, in my opinion, gives you more credibility with the buyer to where they're like, well, this person cared enough to detail everything that they've done to the home as best they can. Just so you get a truer picture of what the home has to offer. These property disclosures that we sometimes see where people say, not known, not known, not known, on everything, it's like, I wonder if they're trying to hide something.
Yeah.
Not saying they are, but I mean, it's not as credible as if we have a seller that has 5 or 6 things that they've listed of things that has happened to the house, but they've corrected and they tell us how they corrected it. That's normal. That's home ownership for you.
It's kind of like when you buy a used car, and they tell you that they got routine oil changes. You want to know that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And so, I think having the receipts, that's a great reminder for me. And we just had to buy a new hot water heater. And so, just having that receipt and knowing and being able to show it for whenever we, maybe sell later on down the road. So, are you ready to show them some of the house?
Let's take a look at the some of the kitchen and the living room here. I think would be a.
Okay, guys, let's see. Okay.
I'll just let you walk around and show a little bit of the living room.
This is the fireplace, guys, that they have redone, painted. I'm gonna go over here from the front door, just kind of enter for y'all. This is what you see when you walk in the front door. Isn't it beautiful? And this is the accent wall that Brian talked about a while ago. Just a simple update, but it just gives it a wow factor, I think.
Absolutely.
So, and then going into the kitchen.
Yeah, and this is a true split floor plan, open design. The house does come with all appliances, so the refrigerator is going to remain. But just the backsplash, the wide subway tiles that they chose, and they went with the darker grout, just really makes that kitchen stand out.
Yeah, I agree.
And with having the open shelf, they still
kitchen.
have the traditional cabinets for plenty of storage. I don't think it would show well, but what they've done in the laundry room has just so much storage capability. We won't walk outside today, but outside they've got a huge open patio, concrete open patio, and a really nice, I think it's maybe a 10 by 16 covered patio.
Okay.
So the outdoor space on this home is really wonderful as well.
And they have a little shop back there, it looks
Yeah,
like.
10 by 20 shop.
Yeah.
Now they are in the process of getting a new roof put on the shop and getting some of the fascia boards replaced. That'll be done prior to closing. It's a fantastic home in a great location. Sylvan Lakes area has always been a very desirable area for many people. Homes usually don't last long here. It's just a fantastic home, and I'd love to have the opportunity to show you this home or talk with you guys in the future about your home.
Tell our readers where they can find you, connect with you on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook. I have a business profile. You can just on Facebook search Brian Bindley Realtor, and it'll pull it up. My phone number is 318-381-2077. I work for John Ray Realty. John Ray's direct phone number is 318-388-0941. I'd love to have an opportunity just to be able to share it. And again, no obligation, so I won't ever bring paperwork, slide over and say, you got to sign here. I just want to do good service for our community and my customers.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brian, for just letting me come today. And just, this is fun. I like, getting out and meeting and doing things like this. So I appreciate you just giving me tips even. Like, I've come away with some things that I'm going to go back to my house and do. So I appreciate
fantastic
your
home,
time
and I
today.
appreciate the partnership that we have and
Yeah.
on the kid, and look forward to our future works.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for watching.